If we're going to talk about saints, we also have to talk about sinners, and that includes us all. People tend to look on sin as not keeping the rules or doing bad things, and that's correct. But it's more mature to look on sin as whatever weakens or undermines our relationship with God, whatever weakens our salvation. At the beginning, when the world was new and everything was as it was meant to be, humankind was in a close and loving relationship with God, sharing God's life, righteous. All God asked of his human creatures was that they acknowledge his authority and be obedient to him. They refused to do that, and their relationship with God was broken. They found themselves constitutionally on the outs with God, and this is what we call original sin, and it affects us all still now. We are born detached from God, not because of any personal action or omission of our own, but because we are members of an unsaved people. Original sin brought forth a whole atmosphere of sinfulness, of detachment from God. It became ever easier for us to perpetrate our own personal sins and to contribute to an atmosphere of sinfulness in the world around us. Fortunately for us, God chose not to leave things that way. He kept in touch with humanity through the people he had chosen to be agents of his salvation. Through them, the memory of our original righteousness was kept alive. Ultimately, God became a human being in Jesus and offered us a chance to get out of the situation of godlessness into which we are all born. When we're baptized, we are made partakers of the life of Jesus. We're made holy as Jesus is holy. We enter the state in which our first parents existed before they decided to go off on their own and not bother with the Lord. We are saved from our sinfulness. This doesn't make further sin impossible for us. We can still behave in ways that weaken our association with God or even destroy it completely. In fact, all of us remain sinners to a greater or lesser extent, even after we have become partakers of God's life through baptism. But the Lord is kind and merciful, slow to anger and rich in compassion. Every human life is a story of human sinfulness. Every human life is a story of God's mercy.